Hey guys, my name is Yuvraj. Welcome to my channel Technology Zone. I hope all of you are doing absolutely fine. Many of you had asked me that whether we should buy Pixel 4a or Samsung Galaxy F62. So I thought I should make a dedicated comparison video where it will clear all your doubt and you can make your purchase decision accordingly. So now, without wasting any time, let us dive into the video. First of all, let us talk about the build quality. Both Samsung Galaxy F62 and Google Pixel 4a is made up of polycarbonate. However, in Samsung Galaxy F62, we will have a glossy finish, so it attracts a lot of fingerprints, whereas Pixel 4a is a bit matte finish, so compared to F62, it attracts a less fingerprint. But both of them are very prone to scratches. I will advise you to use back cover for both the phones. And regarding the ports and buttons present in Samsung Galaxy F62, in the right hand side we have volume up and down keys, and then is the power on off button. The fingerprint scanner is embedded in the power on off button in the Samsung Galaxy F62. In the top we will have a secondary microphone. In the bottom we will have our favorite headphone jack, then USB-C Type 0 port, and is a primary speaker. And in the left hand side we will find the SIM card slot. Over here it accepts 2 nano SIM and 1 dedicated memory SD card option is there. And regarding Pixel 4a, we will find that the physical aspect, in the right hand side there is green color power on off button. This gives a very subtle feel, and in after the bottom of the power on off button there is the volume up and down keys. In the top, our secondary microphone. On the top is also the headphone jack. In the left hand side is the SIM card slot. Only one physical SIM is accepted, no memory card option. And Pixel 4a supports eSIM, where you can use Airtel, Jio and Vodafone Idea eSIM support. And in the bottom there is the speaker grill. Pixel 4a supports dual speaker, and there is another one vent for the microphone. So now, as we are done with the design and the build quality, now let us talk about another very important aspect, which is the display. In the display department, both these phones are very poles apart as well as poles similar. Why I talk these things? Because poles similar is both of them comes with an AMOLED panel. And both of them are 60 Hz. Samsung Galaxy F62 comes with 6.67 Super AMOLED Plus panel, and Pixel 4a comes 5.81 inch OLED panel. Obviously, this panel is also from Samsung. As I mentioned, both of them are 60 Hz, so we are not getting 90 or 120 Hz smooth display option. However, there is Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection on both Samsung Galaxy F62 as well as Pixel 4a. Now let us talk about the connectivity and sensor option. Both these phones supports all the sensors possible, right from proximity sensor, compass, light sensor, pedometer, the gravitation sensor, geomagnetic sensor, as well as NFC support. However, in Samsung F62, you can also use the NFC support for the Samsung Pay, because it supports full version of Samsung Pay with NFC support. Now let us talk about the speakers, multimedia experience. The Pixel 4a and as well as Samsung Galaxy F62 has wideband L1 protection, so you can watch all your favorite content in the media platforms like Amazon Prime and Netflix in HD format. Both of them supports HDR10 support, so whenever there is an HDR10 content, you can enjoy those content. However, in the Samsung Galaxy F62, I can find that in Netflix sometimes the HDR content is not as bright as Pixel 4a, because both these phones sports a full HD 2400 into 1080p Super AMOLED panels. However, since this is a large panel, the PPI is 393 PPI, and in Pixel 4a the PPI is 443. So more the PPI, more the vibrant the colors, and the more the vibrant colors, inky contents you can watch in your favorite content platform. Now let us talk about the software present. Samsung One UI 3.1 is present in Samsung Galaxy F62 with Android 11. This is the greatest and the best both from Samsung as well as Android 11. You can enjoy all the One UI 3.1 features like Edge panel support, all Z Live, secure folder, full-fledged Samsung Pay with NFC support, as well as your dual app support for WhatsApp and Facebook. You get a blue light filter, you get always on display, all the good lock support, all the nifty features you want in Samsung One UI 3.1 is present. However, if you log in using your Samsung ID, as I mentioned in my full review, which I will drop down the links of the review of both these phones in the description box below, so you can check the full review if you want. But let me just make one thing very clear. If you log in using your Samsung ID in Samsung Galaxy F62, you can find ads in the system apps like Samsung Weather app. Often Snapchat ad or in Facebook ad is shown in the Samsung Weather app, which I have seen. And there are also a lot of bloatwares present right out of the box. There I have uninstalled all of them, like PhonePe, MX Shots, Microsoft apps, LinkedIn, Netflix. Luckily all of them can be uninstallable. And there are also Samsung apps which are equivalent to Google apps. Like if a phone has Google Calendar, who will use Samsung Calendar? This is very logic. If a phone has Google Notes, who will use Samsung Notes? So I think both apps is not essential. When you are preloading your phone with Google stuffs, let it be with like that. People will use Google app first rather than the Samsung apps. However, in the caller option, which is the dialing option, if you use the Google's phone app, the when you are recording the call, the other person will automatically be aware of that. However, if you use the Samsung caller option in Samsung dialer option, then you can without knowing the other party, you can record the call. So this is one nifty feature. And obviously we will enjoy the Samsung Pay. In India, Samsung Pay is very popular with NFC support, means up to 2000 rupees transaction you can do at PS terminal. So these are very nifty features. And Android 11 features is also present, like the power on off button. The power on off button, the restart, the off menu is also comes in the horizontal line, as well as the chat bubble is present over here. So and the privacy protection which you find in Android 11, all are present. So you will find these features. And let us talk about the Google Pixel 4a. Now with the software, what I can say, this is the best form of Android platform software you will find in any phone. Means without any bloatware, without any spammy notifications, without worrying of any ad situation, this phone comes with a bare bone Android. And luckily you can customize it according to your own choice. Means the vendor will not push down your throat any sort of bloatware or any sort of settings which we may not require in our daily life. Whatever extra things we can, means like locking our apps, like using dual apps for WhatsApp and Facebook, we can do it, we can customize it accordingly. But out of the hood, it will come with the purest form of Android. And all the features of Android 11, like chat bubble support, the power slide menu, and the location sharing. Apart from that, the Pixel exclusive goodies like the live caption features, that the now playing option, which are exclusive to Pixels. These are present in Pixel 4a. And regarding the updates, I'm very happy to inform you that Samsung has done leaps and bounds in departments of software, because all of the Samsung phones which are right in the market are getting the Android 11 support. And Samsung has promised 3 years of software upgrades and 4 years of security patch updates for F62. And Pixel, as we all know, it will get 3 years of Android version upgrades as well as the security patches. So with regards to software, you are sorted if you buy any one of the phone. However, if you want the purest form of Android, which you can customize it accordingly, you have to choose Pixel 4a. And if you want some sort of extra additional features, and of course the legendary Samsung Pay, you have to choose Samsung Galaxy F62. Now let me talk about the other features, which is very important, the processor inside it. What is the horsepower of both these phones? Now with Samsung Galaxy F62, Samsung has marketed a lot about their processor. Samsung Galaxy F62 comes with 7nm based flagship Exynos 9825 processor. It is a 7nm based, it has 8 cores, 2 custom cores, 2 powerful Cortex A75 cores, 4 battery management Cortex A55 cores, with Mali G76 GPU for your gaming needs. I should say that it is a 2-year-old processor, though it's a flagship one, but since it's 2-year-old, it can't be compared to the latest 860 counterpart Qualcomm's 865 and 888. It can be comparable to Snapdragon's 855 and 855 Plus, which I think those were also very powerful. And if you do some regular tasks in day-to-day regular activities, you won't face any hiccups. But with respect to Pixel 4a, this phone comes with Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G processor. It is an 8nm based processor. Adreno 618 GPU is there for your gaming needs, and it is a processor of the last year, means of 2019. It is not designed for heavy end gaming, to be very honest. But if you do regular tasks like browsing, social media, watching content, this phone handles it very well. Now with regards to gaming, as I mentioned in my processor term right now, Samsung Galaxy F62, though Samsung termed as is a flagship performer, full speedy on, like all this marketing stuff, let me be very honest with you, this phone can handle games only with medium settings. Means if you play Call of Duty with medium graphics and medium settings, you will have an enjoyable gaming experience. However, if you play this Call of Duty with very high graphic and very high setting, first of all, the phone will get heat up very easily. Means after 20-25 minutes, you will see the temperature rises above 45 degrees Celsius. And what happens is, when the temperature increases, the CPU performance automatically throttles, and when the CPU performance automatically throttles, what's happened is you will find that the pixel drop is there. Means there's a frame drops. Means you will not get 60 FPS, you will get 20-30 FPS. The choppy performance will be there in the gaming, so you will not enjoy the gaming experience. So I will advise you play all the games in this phone, but with medium to low settings. However, in Pixel 4a, I will not advise you. If you are a gamer, don't buy Pixel 4a, because in Pixel 4a it gets up even more than Samsung Galaxy F62. Means I was playing World Cricket Championship 2, which is a very minor game. That too, after playing 15 minutes, I was noticing that the back portion of this phone is getting heated very easily. In the speaker section also, it starts vibrating and it gets heated easily, and the performance also becomes very low. Just imagine with a very medium game like World Cricket Championship 2, it shouldn't have been like this. However, but right now, while I was playing, I saw this, so I thought of sharing this experience with you. Don't buy Pixel 4a if you are a high-end gamer, and if you are a high-end gamer but can play your games in medium graphics settings with medium graphics, then you can buy Samsung Galaxy F62. You can play Call of Duty, you can play PUBG, though it is banned, but you can still play at medium settings and you will have a good gaming experience. Now let me talk about the media quality. As I mentioned in my port section video, that this phone Pixel 4a supports dual speakers. The speaker quality is fantastic, very vibrant sound, and in the Samsung Galaxy F62 you will find a single speaker. Both of them has headphone jack. However, in Samsung Galaxy F62 it supports a dedicated Dolby Atmos for in the headphone jack, so the audio experience through your wired headphones is much more enriched than Pixel 4a. In Samsung Galaxy F62 you will enjoy the experience. Now if we just want to hear any video, let me show you a video where you can just check the sound, how the multimedia is. Oh, one more thing, the haptic motor is fantastic. Means I am just astounded with the haptic motor present in the Samsung Galaxy F62, because what happens is, generally Pixel 4a in Pixel range, the haptics are always better, but in Samsung they previously disabled the auto brightness sensor, but I don't know how come they enabled the vibration motor so fantastic in this. Let me just play one sound video, then you can understand it. This is the max volume. Now let us play the same song in Pixel 4a. You can understand the difference. What is this song? Quick Tax. So let me go to that song. Just see the difference. And now Samsung. That's the difference of dual speaker. The amount of bass and the amount of enrichment of the sound you can find in Pixel 4a is fantastic, and Samsung Galaxy F62, to be very honest, lags behind. That's the importance of additional speaker, and I think Pixel 4a speaker is one of the best in the price range. Now let me talk about the connectivity options. Both Samsung Galaxy F62 and Pixel 4a supports dual 4G. Not dual 4G, Pixel 4a supports only one SIM card, so a single 4G, but it supports carrier aggregation, that is 4G plus or LTE plus. It supports Wi-Fi calling, dual Wi-Fi, obviously 2.4 and 5 GHz, NFC is there. And in Samsung Galaxy F62, obviously two SIM cards, so both of them supports dual 4G, dual VoLTE, dual Wi-Fi, and dual Wi-Fi calling, so all of the calling features. And however, carrier aggregation, that is 4G plus or LTE plus, is not available as of shooting this video on Samsung Galaxy F62. I have received couple of updates in this mobile, still that feature is not enabled, so I am not sure whether that feature will be enabled in the near down future or not. So without knowing, I can't comment it, obviously. So let me talk about the another very important feature, which is the camera. Now Samsung Galaxy F62 has 4 camera array, quadra camera array, 64 megapixel Sony IMX682 is the primary camera, which has a focal length of f1.8. The 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, that is focal length of f2.2, and another two are 5 megapixel depth, 5 megapixel macro. Both of them has a focal length of 2.4. Now let me just show the raw samples. Now let me click one picture, okay? With the primary 64 megapixel camera, I'm just clicking one picture of this plant. So this is the 64 megapixel shot from the Samsung Galaxy F62 of this plant. Now let me shot the same picture of the Pixel 4a, but before clicking this picture, let me talk about the specification of this camera. This phone has only one camera in the back, 12.2 megapixel with a focal length of f1.7. OIS is there, dual pixel face detection support is there, and that is the pixel size is f1.4 micron meter. And it can shoot up to 4K at 30 fps, 1080p at the 60, and 720p, both 30 and 60 support is there. And let me now click this picture. So I have clicked both the picture, one from 12 megapixel and this one is from 64 megapixel. Just see the quality difference. In Samsung Galaxy F62, I don't know why, but due to its software image processing, I think whenever I click any picture, the color looks very unnatural. That is, some oil painting has been done on this picture. The color of the plant is very similar in Pixel 4a as it is in real life. See, and see the color in the Samsung Galaxy F62. At least additional color has been applied. Don't know why, but I have also taken a lot of pictures with this mobile. I made a dedicated camera comparison. I will drop down the link in the description box below. You can check that camera comparison, where in all the pictures you will find that Samsung has a tendency of boosting colors in every picture. And another more important thing is, there is a lot of color disparity between the primary sensor and the ultra wide sensor in Samsung Galaxy F62. The primary sensor has often boosted colors, which I just mentioned. However, in the ultra wide, it is 12 megapixel sensor, the color looks very fade. So both the colors from the primary as well as from the ultra wide are drastically different. The other two 5 megapixel macro, I can assure you one thing, this is the best macro camera that has been there in this price segment in any phone. Fantastic macro shots. I have clicked a lot of macro shots of flowers, which you can find in the camera section video, where you will find that fantastic details can be taken from the macro camera, and the depth is for portraits, you know that. But with one camera, Pixel 4a does the magic every time. The image processing is done so brilliantly that even with the one camera, Pixel 4a takes brilliant normal daylight shots, normal indoor light shots, as well as the portrait shots. Fantastic. And with Samsung Galaxy F62, you can find there is a image stabilization, electronic image stabilization, but in 1080p at 30 fps. It can't shoot 4K at 60 as well as 1080p at 60. 720p also only at 30 fps it can shoot. So 60 fps video support is not there in Samsung Galaxy F62. And if you want proper stabilization, you need to capture the video at 1080p at 30 fps. However, in Pixel 4a, OIS support is there right in the 4K at 30 fps. So whatever the video output will be there, it will be good. You can use it very easily for all your content consumption. Now those were the camera features, and all the other sundries which if you can ask me, then I will say that both of them has, I forgot to mention the front camera. The front camera of Pixel is 8 megapixel and Samsung is 32 megapixel. And Samsung always clicks with the proper 32 megapixel, means there is no pixel binning apart from the pixel binning technology in the rear camera, means by default it will click 16, and there is also a dedicated 64 megapixel mode. And in front cameras you can also shoot at 4K at 30, but in pixel you can shoot up to 1080p at the rate 30. And there is EIS in the pixel. In Samsung also EIS present. However, there is a lot of beautification in Samsung. Samsung needs to work a lot. To be very honest, Samsung needs to work a lot in the camera section. If you want a best camera, blindly go for Pixel 4a. Absolutely. Obviously, the price difference is there. It approximately 10,000 difference is there. But if you want a good camera, then go for Pixel 4a. Absolutely, without any doubt. We don't have any hesitation. It can even be compared with a 60-70,000 flagship phone also. Now, regarding the sundries, which I just talked about, that the punch hole camera is on the left and the punch hole camera is in the center. But according to me, the punch hole camera of F62 is very less, means the size of this camera hole is very small as compared to Pixel 4a. That must be obviously with the screen size. This is obviously 6.67, this one is only 5.8. So in this small screen, the punch hole size is a little big, so it can create a lot of distraction if you are watch a lot of content in your mobile phone. So these are the things I think I should just mention. And regarding the battery, which I just forgot to mention, 7000 mAh battery, huge battery, 218 grams. Obviously the weight is due to the huge 7000 mAh battery present in Samsung Galaxy F62. It supports 25 watt fast charging. The charger is present inside the box. Pixel 4a, very modest battery, 3140 with 18 watt charger present inside the box. And with the SOT, 9 hours easily on Samsung Galaxy F62. Whatever you do with heavy to moderate use, you can easily get 8.5 to 9 hours of SOT, and you can charge your phone obviously every 1.5 day, means the charge will be there in your phone. You don't need to worry. Even you can use the reverse charging facility to charge any other phone. And in the Pixel 4a, surprisingly, in spite of sporting a very modest battery of 3140 mAh, it can easily last to a single day. Means I often end this day with this mobile having a screen on time of approx 6.5 to 7 hours, so which is a very good optimization Google has done in the background with this modest battery also. And the weight is all very less, it's only 150 grams, so 218 and 150 grams, you can understand what difference in the weight both the phone has. And if you want a small light phone, just go for Pixel 4a, because nothing comes close to this. If you want a tight compact phone with good cameras, good software. And if you want a big phone, Samsung brand value, obviously Pixels doesn't have such good service centers. I know one service center is there, is a B2X in Mumbai, but Samsung has a lot of service centers all across tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities. So if you face any problem, because once we buy a phone, we may face some sort of problem in hardware, software damage can be there. So at that point of time, you can find Samsung service centers very accessible. So from this point, from brand value of Samsung, obviously with the updates also, Samsung is doing quite a good job. And if you watch a lot of content in your mobile phone, this 6.67 inch Super AMOLED Plus screen is much more optimal for rather than this small 5.8 screen, to be very honest. So if you can live with this small screen, go for Pixel 4a. However, if you have because this phone is for a very niche market, those who want very tight compact phones, small phones, for them the battery is not that important, and they can live with the small phones, and they don't play games that much. For them, there is the Pixel 4a, because this has the best camera after all in this price segment. And if you want a big screen, you play a lot of games and you watch a lot of social media content, and obviously if you use Samsung Pay in India, then there is no other option than Samsung Galaxy F62 at 20,000 approximate price. This is one of the best offerings Samsung has done ever in their years, and this is the best offering of Pixel ever by Pixel in the country, because Pixel 4a I think is one of the best selling models of Google. And if they continue to work on such mobiles, and if the upcoming iteration has bit more upgradation, like a little bigger screen and just a more higher refresh rate like 90 Hz, that will be wonderful, and that will enhance the overall experience, I think. And the software experience obviously is top notch for Pixel 4a. So I hope you enjoyed this content. If you like this, then share this one with your friends and family. Like this video, subscribe to my channel for more awesome content coming really soon, and I will catch you guys very soon. Bye bye, take care and stay safe, guys.